Hello. Welcome back to the O Show, everything crypto and NFTs every day. You guys, there was a massive Trezor hack. Also, some crazy things happened with Ethereum this morning. Insane things happened with Ethereum this morning. And if this decision gets approved and they are able to determine that Ethereum is a security because of proof of stake, all the other proof of stake crypto assets will be securities as well. Why do I say that? Because case law does matter. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to dive into it. We're going to talk about a Bitcoin market update as well, because if you have not been aping into alts, now might be your chance. However, it might not be for everyone. Good morning. Good morning to the O Army. Good morning to Mr. R and to Servando. They have the membership badges. If you have a membership badge, you get a shout out. Also too, we are going to play a little bit of a something first, from our partners over at Bigtime. Very, very grateful for them for supporting the channel. Their link is going to be down below. So if you're interested in playing Bigtime and checking out their community, I highly recommend you take a look. Let's get it.
This segment is sponsored by Bigtime. Bigtime is a free-to-play MMO RPG with fast action combat and adventures through time and space, with countless environments, class combinations, skills, and weapons to use. You'll be hard-pressed to discover it all. What makes Bigtime unique? Well, it is a full-scale player-based economy where you can craft, sell, and rent to other players. Even climb a leaderboard with how much you craft. And that's just scratching the surface of everything Bigtime has to offer. Play now. The link to the access codes is in the description of this video.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Shout out to Bigtime for being a partner of the O Show. Again, you guys, the link is going to be down below. I'm going to post it in the chat for you, for those of you that are interested in getting in. If you're not interested, that's fine. That's your business. But we support our partners, and thank you guys so much for supporting me. It means a lot, because without you, we would not be able to continue to run this show. So again, check out Bigtime, head over, join their community, and also shout out to Mo and to Alexandra. Well, let's go ahead and get into the news, because there's a lot to cover in a very limited amount of time. I've got some things going on, some meetings, and actually good meetings today. Anyways, this is the total crypto market cap via crypto bubbles. Avalanche is down 13.7%. WIF is down 18.7%. And when we take a look at Bitcoin, over here, let's see. We can see that she has kind of had a relief bounce, which is absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. I want to go to our other chart over here. It shows a little bit of a different picture. Okay. Did I get the kale? I don't know what that means. No. Yeah, the ETH news is disastrous, but we're going to talk about it. And this was something that we've talked about on the show. And of course, people got pissed off at me for saying, because anytime I say anything that is contrary to their bags, they get mad. But again, we try to be the most non-biased crypto channel in the history of crypto YouTube. So we try to be as unbiased as possible, because it's important. Again, I am a big ETH holder, a big ETH holder. So this does impact me. I wish it didn't, but it does. But taking a look at Bitcoin, we had a beautiful, nice rebound at the support area at 62.3 over here, right below the EMA 30. Daily is still looking a little bit bearish. For me, I need to see a flip above $68,000. I know I have a lot of people that message you that are not me. Therefore, you need to do your due diligence. Go to CryptoWendyO.com and you will be able to figure out who is me and who is not me. And I also have a pinned video about it. You got to do better, TikTok. You got to do it. Anyways, taking a look at Bitcoin, we have a nice move up. I told you guys about these descending little wedgie thingies over there. We move down, and then hopefully we can get that pop back up. Taking a look at the 6-hour chart. 6-hour chart is actually looking really, really, really nice. Absolutely gorgeous, really nice. It looks like we do want to get that bull cross on MACD and bounce up. And hopefully we're able to retest 67 and then 68. Now, taking a look at the 4-hour chart over here, it looks like we want to move up also. So we're seeing a little bit of a bullish momentum upward, which is absolutely fantastic. The market needs it. Taking a look at the total cryptocurrency market cap over here, we're currently sitting around $2.32 trillion, which is going to be Very, very nice. Also, too, if you guys want the too long TLDR about ETH, you're going to have to wait because it's a long, long story that we are going to cover. Okay. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and talk about Ethereum price action because this is important. So Ethereum, despite the horrible news, we're currently trading at approximately $3,300. We had a swing wick high to 3,400 and a swing wick low to 30,000, or excuse me, $3,000. We're currently trading at 3,300 here, which is fantastic. The lawsuit with the SEC and the Ethereum is very interesting considering that BlackRock does in fact want an Ethereum ETF. So we're going to have to see exactly what's going on. Also, to shout out to Mike and Gamer. You guys, I got, we'll talk about Ethereum, but I want to show you guys this. Well, we'll talk about this first. Okay. So this is what happened with Trezor. So this is important to note. We experienced a security incident on our X account overnight. Despite the robust protections, including a strong password and 2FA, we continue to investigate. Please remain vigilant and remember Trezor will never request funds or assets will be sent to any address. As always, a reminder, never share your recovery phrase. So basically what happened with Trezor, and again, this is important. Trezor is not impacted. Their X account was. Their X account was hacked. And apparently Zach XBT noted that the hacker stole approximately $8,100 from Trezor's Zapper account. Hack is suspected to be a result of a SIM swap attack. And to me, this is honestly crazy. And the reason why this is crazy is like we have so many different social media platforms, and even X, they are incapable of stopping impersonators. They are incapable of stopping spam bots and people getting their accounts compromised. And when is we see all these different enforcement agencies go after different people, but when are these social media companies going to be held accountable for their lack of security? Seriously. So friendly reminder, when you're looking on X and you're trying to do your due diligence, be very cautious when you click links. Eventually we will be posting a video about different security tactics, OPSEC tactics that we use, how to use a sandbox, how to check if addresses are legitimate or not. We'll be uploading that too. I know most of you guys won't watch it because you guys don't watch any of those videos. All you guys really care about is what is the next 1,000 times? What's the next 100 times? Which is absolutely ridiculous. But at the end of the day, be very careful what you click. Trezor did not have a security breach. It was their X account and people were clicking on links because people like to do that for some reason. But really quickly, I do want to show you guys my ordinal. I got an ordinal, so shout out to Gamer. I actually went and bought one of the runestones. Reason being is because they're going to be doing a lot of airdrops upcoming. And right when I got in, the floor started moving up because apparently they were having a space over to the folks over in Asia, talking to them about ordinals and runestones, etc. And also big shout out to Gamer for the encouragement here. So I got that. I'll be keeping you guys posted on different ordinals projects that I like or that we're investing in, that people have gifted to me, etc., whatever. But I bought this on my own. And I actually used the Magic Eden wallet, which was fantastic. Basically, it is a wallet plugin very similar to Phantom and MetaMask, and it's got Ethereum. Then it's got like a Taproot address for the ordinals, I believe. And then it also has, I believe, Ethereum and Solana, and it is directly the second workout was fun, and I'm going to go do one after this. But it directly connects to Magic Eden if you do so. I don't know if it clicks to the other Web3 platforms. I didn't really test it out too much, but the experience was awesome. It was seamless, and the transactions actually went through pretty fast, which was absolutely crazy. But yeah, so fingers crossed that we can get lots of money with that. But I do want to get directly into what's going on with Ethereum because this is important. So the Ethereum Foundation says it has received a voluntary inquiry from an unnamed state authority that requested confidentiality. So there's a lot of caveats here. There's a lot of things that we need to digest, that we need to discuss. So let's go ahead and do it, because just because they received a voluntary inquiry from an unnamed state authority doesn't mean they're necessarily under investigation. They just want some answers. And again, we've talked about the different things that Boring Sleuth has posted, Truth Labs. So if you guys want to check those threads out too, again, I'm an Ethereum holder. I want my bags to pump. I want to make as much money as ethically as possible, but at the same time, there's some drama going on with ETHgate. The cool thing is, though, is that we already got past the Ripple We've already got past the Ripple case where Ethereum or XRP is not a security on the secondary market, but I don't know if I forget if Ripple is a mineable coin or if it is POS. I forgot the way their mechanism works. I'm not super into Ripple, but at the same time, if in fact the SEC ends up going after Ethereum and they do indicate that it is a security because it is proof of stake, it might cause a lot of problems for your proof of stake coin. So please keep that in mind. And this is why we make moon bags. Okay, let's go ahead and read some of the important caveats here. So Ethereum Foundation says it received a voluntary inquiry from an unnamed state authority that requested confidentiality. They're currently under investigation by an undisclosed state authority. And this is information found on the GitHub repository, which again, GitHub is a great tool for you to do your due diligence on. The foundation is a Swiss nonprofit central to the Ethereum ecosystem. The specifics of the investigation remain undisclosed, and a GitHub post from February 26, 2024 mentions that the foundation received a voluntary inquiry from the state authority, which included a requirement for confidentiality. An attorney familiar with the current situation said that a Swiss regulator may have served a document request to the Ethereum Foundation and may be working with the SEC. Previously, the foundation's website contained the following. Disclosure. Ethereum Foundation has never been contacted by any agency anywhere in the world, which requires that contact not to be disclosed. Foundation will publicly disclose any sort of inquiry from government agencies that falls outside the scope of regular business operations. Further details regarding the nature and outcome of the investigations are not provided. And according to the article by Fortune, the SEC is starting a legal campaign to classify Ethereum as a security. They say the investigation into ETH Foundation confirms the SEC's move. Other U.S. companies have also received subpoenas related to an investigation. And according to a person at a company who received recent subpoena requests, this SEC's probe of the Ethereum Foundation began shortly after the shift to proof of stake in September of 2022. And I told you guys, I said on the show, if you go back to some of the videos, I said the move from proof of work to proof of stake is not going to be good for Ethereum. I said this a long time ago. People got pissed off at me. Anytime I say something negative about a crypto asset, people get pissed. But really, you shouldn't get mad. You should hear what I say and listen to yourself. And now look at what we're seeing. And, you know, I get a lot of people like, Wendy, you're never right. You never make good calls. Da, da, da. That's because you idiots focus on my wrong calls instead of my right calls. I have been right a lot more than I have been wrong. And if you watch all the content, you'll see that. And again, I talked to an attorney years and years ago, maybe 2019. They told me that there's some problems with the Cardano staking protocol, the way that it's set up, and that might be considered a security. This was back in 2019. I said that people got pissed. Do I think Cardano is a security? No. Do I think that Ethereum is a security? No. Do I think any of these crypto assets should be securities? No, because they operate differently. But at the same time, I'm just an idiot on the internet. Somebody said Jersey Trash. I'm not from Jersey. I'm from Los Angeles, born and raised, butyourmom.com. And this is why we always block TikTok out until after the stream. And then I go through the comments and I answer, is because you guys are just absolutely ridiculous sometimes. And it's sad because instead of educating yourself and making more money as ethically as possible, y'all act like a mess. Anyways. So this is from Miss Haley. Ethereum Foundation posted saying received a voluntary inquiry over here. So she's also an attorney. Awesome. Absolutely amazing. Also, too, there's confidentially here, so we don't know what state or what type of agency. And then also, too, from Fortune, the SEC is probing crypto companies in Ethereum investigation as hopes for ETF dim. So there's been a lot of people over at Bloomberg that have said we're not going to get an Ethereum ETF. I think that we are, but who knows now at this point? So you know what? I don't know. It's 50-50 to me. I hope we do because I want my bags to pump. But at the same time, who knows? Who knows at this point what is going to happen? Who knows? Over here, I don't want to talk about this now. Hold on a second. No, we got to talk about what's going on with BlackRock. This is important. This story is more important. We're a little bit mixed up over here. All right. This right here. BlackRock. BlackRock creates a fund with Securitize, a big player in real-world asset tokenization. BlackRock CEO Fink said in an interview earlier that the company's filings for spot Bitcoin ETF and Ethereum ETFs were stepping stones towards tokenization. And this is important. Very, 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 very much important. So BlackRock launched as a BlackRock USD institutional digital liquidity fund in partnership with Securitize. Fund's assets aren't specified, but it likely involves tokenizing real-world assets using blockchain. Ondo's finance token surges up 20% on the news, which again, we talked about that in the past. I said, pay attention to that. Anything BlackRock touches will probably pump because they're unscrupulous, predatory, third-party TradFi. And we don't rock with them, but we got to follow the money. We got to make as much money as ethically as possible alongside them. The fund's assets are not... sorry. 100 million in Circle's USDC stablecoin moves to securitize related address potentially linked to the fund. BlackRock CEO sees digital asset ETFs as a step towards tokenization. And people have been sending random meme coins to the BlackRock wallet after it was made public. This is their address over here, and you can see all of the ridiculous coins that were sent. If you go to the internal transactions over here, or the token transfers, the ERC20, excuse me, you'll see Mog Coin, Delta, Gains, Valley, Denku, Shiba Inu, Jesus Coin. All of this. You've seen all of the stuff, and then all of the addresses too. People are just absolutely ridiculous. So that's all getting sent over there. They also sent Mog to there, which we talked about. So again, freaking hilarious, absolutely hilarious. You degenerates did this, but you guys did. So again, we have BlackRock that is bullish on Ethereum ETF, and we have the SEC and other entities trying to go after them. So what did the actual heck is going to happen? If BlackRock was not interested in Ethereum, I would say forget it. But the fact that BlackRock is, there's going to be something that happens with Ethereum, and it's going to involve BlackRock. Maybe BlackRock will take over. To knows? Let's go ahead and take a look at YouTube. We have 360 of you watching. Shout out to Alpha Gamer. Shout out to Mike for being one of our members, and Alexandra. Shout out to Queen is a member, and Mike. All right, let's keep it going. Good morning, blessings, love and light to everyone. Let's get into this next story here. All right, so Grayscale decreased 9,611 Bitcoin, which is approximately 612 million, and currently holds 370,000 Bitcoin. ETFs, including Grayscale, decreased about 500 million. And this is why Bitcoin dropped 7% yesterday. It could very well be, because again, when you have people that have a large amount of capital and they're moving markets, they can do that. They can absolutely do that. Now, let's take a look at Binance. Binance delisted some stuff over here, okay? So they delist 3 altcoins, DERP, MOB, and PNT. I have no idea what these things are. Apparently Mobile Coin, P Network, and DERP. And the reason why is because Binance has strict vetting, including monitoring for volatility and risks, driving to its decisions to delist the tokens. If you're on a crypto exchange, especially a very big one like Binance, and they do decide to delist tokens, number will probably go down. That'll probably cause FUD for that. Just keep that in mind. So if you're on Binance and you have those and you were trading those assets, you might want to get those out as soon as possible. It looks like withdrawal for these tokens will end on July 3rd. Now let's get into the next story over here. We talked about BlackRock. We talked about this. Imagine BlackRock got drained by phishing a meme coin. They're not going to touch any of these meme coins. I think it's funny that the crypto community did it, but you guys are ridiculous. Now, let's talk about this. DC Coffee Chain debuts crypto payments with Coinbase partnership. Yay, Coinbase. They're also a partner. We got a ref link. It's down in the chat. If you guys do want to trade alongside me, we've got 2 exchanges that we're currently using, including Coinbase. Not your keys, not your coins. Read the terms of service. Okay? Read the terms of service. Now let's go ahead and cover this story over here and see what actually is going on. What's going on? All right, so the DC Coffee Chain is partnered with Coinbase to accept USDC as stablecoin as payment. Promotional offer: customers paying with the stablecoin at Compass Coffee's Half Street location get a 90% discount, receive a special NFT for a free tin of coffee. Coinbase's objective is to show crypto as a solution to issues in the traditional financial system and improve its reputation among regulators and politicians. Basically, this is going to bring in the CBDC. And if you know, you know. Why must you say? Well, they're using a stable coin instead of Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is this is what's going to end up happening to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is going to end up being like a store of value, like gold, and we're going to see stable coins and CBDCs take over for everyday purchases, which I'm not too mad about that, but at the same time, not the true intended purpose. Anyways, let's get into the next story. Oh, duh. Robinhood rolls out crypto wallet to Android users globally. So if you use Robinhood, there is something for you. So it's still in beta and will open a public wait list for signups. The wallet supports crypto sending, receiving, and storage capabilities on Ethereum, Bitcoin, Dogecoin, Arbitrum, Polygon, Optimism, and Base networks. Robinhood launched an iOS wallet last year. So pretty interesting. I don't use Robinhood. I have no interest in using them just because I don't feel that they are for the people. But at the same time, people like them and use them. And if you use Robinhood and you're trading crypto assets there, consider using this wallet so you have control of your coins. Next, Tornado Cash Dev, 1.2 billion money laundering allegations detailed ahead of Dutch trial. This is a very unfortunate and upsetting case. And you need to pay attention to this, okay? Because basically what they're doing is they're infringing on our rights, and code is also language. Code should be protected under speech. But again, this is a different country. So basically, the Russian developer Alexei is accused of laundering 1.2 billion in crypto through Tornado Cash. Was that his or was it somebody else's? Because if other people are using the platform he did to do that, he shouldn't be held liable. Go after those people and stop being lazy. Involvement of others, Tornado Cash developers Roman Storm and the other Roman S also faced allegations of money laundering and sanctions violations. Pet serves arrest. He was jailed in the Netherlands in 2022 after Tornado Cash was blacklisted by a U.S. sanctions watchdog. Denial of charges, denies the accusations and await trials from home. Over 40 transactions totaling 536,000 Ethereum, approximately, were listed on the indictment. The legal defense is that a legal fund supported by Edward Snowden has raised 350,000 for both of their defenses, and the trial date is set for March 26th and 27th. If it was not their money, why are they being held accountable? Just because you create somebody and somebody uses it and does something illicit with it, it's not your fault. It's really not your fault. It's basically like getting and someone goes and sues the manufacturer of that for creating that product because somebody decided to misuse it. It's a bunch of BS. It really, really, really is. Really a bunch of BS. Now let's talk about a well-known scammer, Mr. SBF. So the DOJ wants to give a 50-year sentence to him for disturbing, FTX founder lawyers say. The defense team pushed back against what is called the disturbing sentence filed by the DOJ last week in a newsletter. They said the DOJ was making SBF out to be someone he was not. They said sentencing's memorandum distorts reality to support his precious loss narrative and casts Sam as a depraved supervillain. He kind of was, though. He stole a lot of money from people. He made a lot of choices. He caused a lot of harm in the crypto industry. He lied. He deserves to do time. However, I would also like to, and I'm not excusing him of his bad behavior, I would also like to see his parents and the other people around him, the insiders, the people, like everybody else that wasn't an insider that didn't know. It's not okay. It's just not okay. It's really, really, really not. So that being said, he should do his time. But what about Sam Traboka? Where is he? He was like the guy, the Alameda guy for so long. What about Sam's parents? What about Dan Freeberg? What about all these other people that are involved? What about all the public servants that took compensation from Sam? What about Mr. Gensler? And what about Biden? What about all these public servants that FTX was working alongside, that Sam was working alongside? Mr. Schumer? They will never come for them. So what I think that they're doing to Sam is wrong in the sense that these other people are not going to be held accountable, but he still should be held accountable. I want everybody to be held accountable. All right. So this is from Meta Lawman regarding debt box and the SEC getting absolutely reamed. So let's talk about it. Okay. So what is it over here? So the judge in Debtbox found that the SEC's misconduct was not attributed to just a few bad apples. Rather, the persuasive misconduct exhibited demonstrates a pattern of organizational bad faith and broadly implicates the commission itself, not just isolated individuals. In normal circumstances, you would expect to see resignations of leaders who foster this culture of organizational bad faith within the institution. But we do not live in normal circumstances. And there's a clip of Gary Gensler just getting lit up, but I'm not going to play it for you. I want to talk about this. The SEC committed gross misconduct. The SEC is also asking for billions of dollars from American taxpayers to unjustly go after crypto companies. Listen, there's bad actors in crypto, but at the same time, they're going after people that are not necessarily bad actors because they want to destroy the entire industry. And this is prevalent under the current administration and prevalent alongside public servants like Warren and the rest of them. Okay, go after people that are directly harming. And in addition to that, maybe come up with some laws and regulations so that people actually have guidelines what to follow, because we don't know what we can and can't do because you haven't told us. So therefore, if we are breaking a law, allegedly breaking a law, we can't really do it. It shouldn't be considered breaking a law because we didn't know. How could you go after somebody for doing something when there was no set procedures in place? There's none. That's what the freaking problem is. And again, they want more and more and more and more money. And then this next story over here, unusual sentiment from Republicans and Democrats in opening statements this morning because the SEC, there's a financial hearing today from the Financial Committee for the SEC. Ann Wagner is criticizing the agency. Brad Sherman is praising it. Notably, Sherman mentioned SAB 121 and crypto accounting is a real kind of reputation the industry needs. Brad Sherman takes money from the banking industry. It's public and you can see. The debt box case is brought up as well. And of course, and this is the thing, we have public servant, like if Brad Sherman was able to articulate a sentence explaining why crypto is bad, but he can't. So instead of and pisses me off, what are we paying these people for? To do absolutely nothing. Literally to do absolutely nothing. And again, this story is fantastic. The SEC trampled by courts with debt box is the latest case. Let's read it. So this is going to be key points from today's hearing, the Financial Committee hearing, and this is from Rep. French Hill. SEC challenges in court. Rep. Hill claims that the SEC is facing setbacks in court cases involving crypto. Debt box case example, Hill cites a recent ruling by Judgment Robert Shelby in Utah, where the SEC was found to have acted in bad faith in the case against debt box. The judge ordered the SEC to pay sanctions, including attorney's fees and costs. Criticism of the SEC's actions, Hill criticizes the SEC for misleading statements and failure to meet expectations in some court cases. Taxpayer dollars used for legal fees are also expressed. Hill states concern that taxpayer money is being used to cover the legal fees resulting from the SEC's overreach. And that's my problem. I think the CFTC only wants $400 million a year as a budget, but the SEC wants $2.3 billion. Why? Other cases highlights instances where the SEC faced unfavorable outcome in court, including Ripple case and the Grayscale Investments proposal for a Bitcoin ETF. Could you imagine how much money would have been saved if the SEC just did their job and they could have gone after the bad actors? Because if you put out laws and regulations telling people what they can and can't do, and then people actually break those laws, then you could go after them and then you have a case. But instead, you're clogging up the courts and you're wasting taxpayers' time and money, which is problematic. Shout out, we have almost 400 people on YouTube. Make sure you guys smash a like. Word is that ETH News is fake. I don't think it's fake. We're covering what attorneys are saying, so it's important. Okay? Very, very, very important. Shout out to Six Figs for being a member over here. All right. I don't know why. So Southern Cross, I don't know what pyrotechnics, they're getting deleted because we have very strict settings on what people can say and can't say here because we have so much spam and bots. So I apologize for that. I'm not going to talk about, doesn't say derp. I don't know what it says. I don't really care because I don't trade on Binance right now. I support Binance, but I don't trade on them because I'm a U.S. citizen, honey. All right. Now, this case is important. So, Binance executives detained in Nigeria. They were arrested on February 26 when they landed in Nigeria to meet with the Nigerian government. Detention is reportedly linked to a political dispute between Nigeria and Binance. Nigeria blames Binance for the devaluation of the currency, the Naira, and the country is currently experiencing foreign exchange crisis. One of the executives is a former U.S. special agent involved in the Silk Road case. The fact that Nigeria can detain a U.S. veteran that that Binance hired to help with compliance is problematic. And the fact that the public servants are not doing anything to get this guy home is, again, problematic. But again, they don't care about us. They have specific narratives that they need to get met. Anyways, you guys, I got to get going. I got some things I got to take care of this morning. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. I appreciate you. Thank you to all the partners of the show. Shout out to SquidGrow and to Market Cypher. And I will catch you guys later. I'm dropping a second video at 3:30 p.m. PST. Also, too, when we talked about Slurf yesterday, there's a lot of shady activity with that. The fact that Jupiter Exchange is trying to make people whole, and also HTX and Justin Sun, that's problematic. To me, it's a complete, there's something more going on here. Because we've never seen anything like this really happen before. There's something more going on here that just doesn't sit right with me. But anyways, sending everybody love and light. WendyO is out, and I will catch up with you guys a little bit later. Bye-bye.